ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water. We are the Alchemy Lab, or this is the Alchemy Lab. I don't think we're the Alchemy Lab. We may be both. Who knows?
We're
My
in
name
the
is
Alchemy
Lee.
Lab.
We're in it.
Yeah.
We're in all 3 different places. Because currently, right now, if you're looking at this from the far future, we may still be in lockdown, but currently we're in lockdown and all in different places. Anyway, who am I? I'm Lee, and I'm playing Cassius.
It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen, boys of war. I'm Carl, I'm playing Gracchus.
And I'm Matt, and I am everyone else in Mihre and the Shattered Lands. Welcome back to the Shattered Lands. To Tier 6 of Mihre. Our intrepid inspectors have moved up in the world. And they seem to have moved right back into a murder in the Novel Tea House. A chap appears to have dropped dead in front of them after drinking some tea. I mean, good grief.
And Cassius and Gracchus were so nonchalant about it. Can you check it, Gracchus? Can you check it right?
Essentially,
dead.
broken
Right.
down to same shit, different here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not changing then, right?
Mm.
Yeah, he dead.
Indeed. Presently, Melora Knightley, the proprietor of Novel Tea, is in a bit of a hysterical mess. She is sat down, kind of slumped down behind the counter, and she's hugging her knees. She seems fairly terrified, as you can imagine.
Mhm.
She screamed real loud. You would estimate you've got about 10 minutes before the authorities arrive.
Okay. The first thing I would like to do, because I remember before all of this happened, she surreptitiously gave me my tea, but there were like 2 plates, wasn't there? Like 2
Yes, there were.
things. So I'm going to have a little look underneath it.
Okay. Underneath, there is squashed down between the 2 plates, there is a fine dusting of LOTUT. There is a fine dusting of kind of ruby red powder. It looks herbal in nature,
Can I smell it?
if you like. Make a perception check.
No, I mean, can I? Yeah, I've opened this up. Is there what's going on?
Well, a little bit of make a perception check.
I will indeed.
While he's doing that, I'm going to be checking the dude's corpse.
Mm-hmm. What are you
Like
checking
patting him
for?
down, trying to find anything that might give me an idea as to why he's dead.
Make an
So,
invest.
any-
Make an. Sorry.
Right.
I got too excited.
Anything like documentation or something that might indicate he's clearly of a higher tier, so it's curious as to why he's down here in a tea shop when he'd easily get this shit higher up, and I want to know why.
Make an investigation check.
The perception check was a 26.
This is a very, very familiar smell. A lot richer, I guess, in its current form. This is definitely the Lover's Haze, but in it pre-smoked form.
So I imagine there's some kind of like napkin or something like that.
Basically, pressed
Okay.
between 2
Okay.
napkins.
Okay, so I can just take it as is.
Yes.
I'm going to put it in my
Put it where, sorry?
I'm going to put it in my boot.
Okay.
And I'm going to use prestidigitation to make the smell go away.
Very good. Gracchus, what did you roll with your investigation?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. So, oh jeez. Let's just trash the place while I'm trying to see what you find. You find... Oh, very good. You find not a whole lot on him, actually. A lot of his pockets are empty. A very, very nice coat. There is a marked absence of stuff. which is notable in and of itself.
Hmm.
However, in one pocket, just sort of the inside pocket, kind of inside breast pocket, you do find a little note. It is a breakfast note from a hotel. The hotel it's got a very kind of, so the paper is pink, first of all. As you unfold it, it's got love hearts all over it. It is for a hotel called the Night Heart.
A hotel, you say?
Indeed. There is, however, no room key on his person.
Hmm. Hmm. I take a look at it and I then sort of hold it out for Cassius to grab.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like our friend was staying somewhere.
Is there candles in this place?
Canvas?
Candles.
Oh, candles. Yes, there are. There's incense burning, and there's a few candles about.
Yeah.
I forgot to
Yeah,
say as
burn.
well. I forgot to say as well, Gracchus, you find a little bit of money on him.
I'll pocket that.
Not a lot of money, but you find a little bit of money.
I'm pocketing that.
You find 9 gold.
Cool. It's no good to the dead.
Indeed. What are you doing with those candles, Cassius?
So what was the place called?
The Night
Hotel.
Heart.
The Night Heart, yes.
Okay.
And sorry, what was this guy's name?
John was his name.
Yeah.
You didn't get a first name.
No.
Well, actually, you don't know if that is a first name or a surname.
We just got Jont. We didn't actually get any sort of honorific or anything. It was just Jont.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the proprietor. I've forgotten her name.
Melora.
That was it, Melora. Thank you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since we've actually recorded one of these. Sorry. So I'm going to turn to Melora and sort of try and snap her out of it so I can start to question her.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to grab her arm. Not tight, but just sort of bring her back to the room.
Okay. She looks up at you, terror in her face, tears streaking down her cheeks.
How often did he come here?
He came here. He came here over the last couple of weeks. He came here, I think, 4 times.
Did he say what he wanted?
The same thing every time. Why he was in the tea shop?
In tier 6. He's dressed far too well for a man of this area.
He just said business. He was very
Does
charming.
the hotel higher tier men often are? What about Night Heart, the hotel? Does it mean anything to you?
Night Heart. Yes, it's not too far away. A couple of streets. It's a hotel in name. It's more of a, well, whorehouse.
I can get the impression.
Cassius is doing.
His full name.
He's correct.
That's in game. That's in game.
Did he ever give you his full name?
No, I just John.
Did he ever buy the special items from you?
No, never. Just the tea.
I sort of look towards the doors that are marked with those 2 runes that I saw before.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind there?
The kitchen is behind there.
You don't mark a kitchen door with magical runes like that. What's behind there?
Make a... That's quite intimidating. Make an intimidation check.
I'd comply with him.
With advantage.
He has quite the temper.
Cool. That is an 18.
With advantage?
Yeah, it was with advantage.
Okay.
I rolled pretty poorly, to be perfectly honest.
Always help your friends in D&D.
Okay.
Always assist where possible.
She, It's the kitchen. For the tea and for the other things as well.
Fine.
We spice it a little. The haze.
With what?
Just fragrances. Nothing too fancy, but it gives us a unique...
Remind me, the people who walked out before we walked in, they were young, right? Like
They were
children-ish.
They were teenagers.
Late teens.
Student age.
But they were not adults, like, is my point.
No.
Okay. One last question.
Yes.
How often do you sell to teenagers and minors?
Teenagers, minors never.
At that, I know. I punched the wall above her head and leaned a little bit closer. I suggest you do not lie to me.
Never, I swear. Not too young.
The people that left here before we came in were clearly young.
But they were not children.
I can smell it from outside. They know why they were here.
Sometimes they come in with an older person and the older person buys.
And you don't ask questions.
No, I don't ask questions. Of course I don't.
It ends.
Intimidation again.
That's much better. That's a 22.
Okay. It ends. It will end.
Cassius, anything you've noted around here that might help?
Is the lover's haze made here?
No, it arrived. It comes here by courier, and we had what we had.
How often does it arrive?
Monthly.
You said John had been here for a few weeks now. When was your last drop from the courier?
2 weeks, maybe.
Around the same time John first appeared?
No, before.
Do you know where it comes from, Melora?
One more time.
Do you know where it comes from, Melora?
It comes from the tier above. It is carried down between 2 or 3 people.
Not uncommon.
It changes hands a lot. Is my.
This is merely a professional curiosity at this point, Melora.
I see.
Who's your supplier?
It is a business mogul who is
Names.
invested in it. His name is Delano. He's human. There is some commotion outside.
Cassius, stay with her. I'll go see.
Very well.
I head out.
Okay. Out front, there are a few guards approaching. A quartet of guards, and one person in a pretty nice-looking uniform, very formal, and a cap. And he holds his hands out to the other guards as he sees you exit. All hands go to the handles of blades immediately.
I hands up, clearly not armed. I'm not here to cause trouble.
You're very well armed.
Mihre is a very dangerous place.
Not in this part of the city, it isn't.
How often do you frequent this part of the city, my lord?
Not a lord, I'm an inspector. He signals the
You're all high
The other
seats
four.
above me.
he signals the four guards, and they sort of take up positions either side of Novelty.
A man has been killed, poisoned. As I
I'll be the
said, I
judge
mean
of-
no.
I'll be the judge of that. He marches into Novelty.
I sort of look at the four guard and just sort of shake my head and walk back in.
Mm-hmm. You don't get any reaction from them. They sort of they're quite impassive.
But right.
Sort of focusing on setting up a perimeter. Cassius, you see this man walk in. Not terribly tall, quite lean. Wisp of a mustache across the upper lip.
Mm-hmm.
He kneels down on one knee beside the body of John.
Mm-hmm.
And who might you be?
My name is Mr. Valentine.
I see. And how did this man die, Mr. Valentine?
I believe that is your job to find out. I would imagine he was poisoned.
The large one also thought that.
The
He
large
said-
one has a name if you care to ask.
I don't. He looks
The
at
man, John, his name, sat down with us, had polite conversation, drank his beverage, and, well, found himself in that state.
Okay. The inspector looks over the body. Have you touched him? Either of you?
I believe I may have shook his hand when he came to sit down, but
I checked his pulse when he hit the floor.
Make a deception check, Gracchus.
Where is it? Not very good. Yeah. Flat
Cassius.
19.
Ooh, Cassius, go with persuasion, I guess. Flat 19 was that?
Yeah.
a dirty 20.
Okay. He narrows his eyes at both of you, but he doesn't make any move to call in the guards. He seems like he may believe you. And what makes you think he was poisoned?
There's an acrid smell in the tea. I couldn't tell you what particular plant it is, but it sounds like it smells wrong.
He sat down, drank the tea, then died.
I see.
No coughing, no spluttering, drank the tea, died.
Neither of you are the owner of this establishment.
Nope.
Merely patrons.
And the owner is where?
I imagine she still sat down where she was.
She's here.
She'd be able to, he'd be able to see her, I would have thought.
She's behind the counter, which is where she kind of slumped down, so she can't. She sort of gets up shakily. You served him the tea? She nods. Well, if there's no one else here, this seems to be a rather open and shut case. Does it not?
On what grounds?
Neither of you touched him. Well,
Goodness,
you shook his hand.
That's,
You shook his hand.
we just had you like this for a while. We just had you like this.
Oh.
So it was quite terrifying. But please, he said open and shut case, and we went, oh.
And then you paused dramatically for a while.
Yeah, massive dramatic pause. Neither of you touched him. At least, not in the sense of poisoning. Unless you have poisonous hands, Mr. Valentine. You... What was your name?
You never cared to ask.
The large one touched him after he died, leaving the person who served him the tea, the owner. So, an open and shut case, perhaps.
You've yet to establish the nature of the poison. You've yet to establish anything about this other than that she served him tea.
We will, in due time. In the meanwhile, you can consider novelty closed. And you, looks at Melora, can consider yourself under arrest. Perhaps you should both vacate the premises immediately. We can take it from here.
I think perhaps we should find out. I think we should. Gracchus, we have other business to attend to.
Question, Inspector.
Good day, Inspector. Good job. I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you and your guard men based? Awful quick response time considering no one alerted you.
There was quite a loud scream from here, was there not?
There was, but it's still a rather impressive response time in Tier 6.
You must have come from down there.
I've been higher for a while,
Ah.
so I still know it's an impressive response time for Tier 6.
I pride myself on protecting the people of this area from all manner of threats. Now, if you wouldn't mind.
Good luck. And I walk out.
Mm-hmm. The guards close off. Sort of, they file in behind you and form a barricade in front of Novelty. And you can see more guards are on their way, presumably including some crime scene folk. Both of you make perception checks as you leave.
21.
28.
28? Jesus.
Yeah, I was one off critting.
That's he has a ridiculous plus to that, remember? It's like a plus 7 or something stupid.
plus 9, Carl.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, there we go.
Plus 9.
I was gonna say.
Double
My
proficiency. Plus 3.
I forgot you've got double proficiency on that now.
Right.
Ludicrous, man.
So, you get a little ways down the street when both of you spot something glinting in the gutter. Good lord, dog. His tail just swept something off the desk.
We heard that, yeah. Okay, can we make out what it is, or do we just catch the glint of it?
It's something small and shiny enough to catch your attention.
I
Pick it up.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing.
Pick it up. We'll do a meet. We'll do a meet cute.
We'll just lean forward like. Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry.
It is a key.
Heartbreaker investigations, more like Heartmaker investigations.
That's the side hustle.
Talking of hearts, it's a key. It's not the shiniest key ever, but it's shiny enough. A little bit rusty, not that well made. It is in the shape of a heart, though, the top part of it. In the shape of a heart.
I think we've got a whorehouse to go to, Gracchus.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
There's also a number etched into it, into the center of the heart. That number is 20.
Room 20. I wonder how Mr. John lost it here.
Who knows? But it's our lead, and a lead that inspector doesn't have.
With that 28 perception, you note that this gutter isn't exactly near the walkway. Like you would walk along the pavement, as it were, and there would be a gutter running alongside that. But it's not that gutter; it's a different one made for rain drainage. Little bit out of sight.
Perhaps it was hidden there.
You think John is trying to protect where he's staying?
I'm not sure. I mean, looking back, does it look like it was hidden?
It is. It could have fallen out of his pocket. But his coat was. It's not as if his coat was in disrepair and there'd be holes in it. He could have tossed it.
What else do I see around this? We have the rain drainage. This is on the main thoroughfare, well, like the street that we're on, or is it off the street? Or
it is right on the edge of the thoroughfare.
Okay.
So about as far away as you could get from anybody else on the street without
catching unwanted attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other signs around? Struggling, rough housing, just a key.
Just a key in the gutter.
Okay. Well, we will pocket that. What time are we on? It's like midday, isn't it? We went here for lunch, didn't we?
Yeah, it was like a brunchy kind of thing, I think.
You've come here just after lunch because you were having lunch in Flat by Frankie's.
Flat by Frankie's, of course it was.
So a late tea.
A late tea, an early afternoon sort of beverage. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we only have one place to go.
I think so, yes. Let us find out where this Night Heart is, and well, I think I'm going to have to become someone else again.
Well, Laura said it was only a few streets down from the shop. I imagine a whorehouse would stand out.
Or maybe it won't at all. Maybe it will stand out through its obscurity.
This is true.
Obscurity.
That's the next tea house down.
That's the sister store.
Yeah, that's the one on tier 5. It's the slightly more. It's got all the elusive versions of stuff in there. Your opinion of the inspector?
An ass.
He seems out of place to me. Tier 6 is not that good. Is not that good. Yet he seems to act as if it's tier 3 or 4.
Could be a job's worth. Could be something.
Still, that response time is bothering me. Yes, Melora screamed, but it's tier 6. Scream's not that uncommon in the lower tiers.
Okay, Gracchus, if you insist. I will go to the whorehouse and do some investigating there. You can do some investigating with your friend, the inspector. I acquiesce.
He won't talk to me.
Are you sure? I will go to the whorehouse alone, Gracchus.
I am perfectly aware that you're more than happy to go to a whorehouse, Cassius. And it's been a while since we've enjoyed the party from Charon, so I feel like I could do with a bit of a view myself. I will come with you this time.
If you can manage.
I think I can put myself through the strain.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, we'll see you next time.
Like, share, subscribe, do good things.
Comment below, you know the things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't stop the recording anymore, so I'll just keep speaking to you.
Things. Do things. Bye.